Hey everybody, this is Jeff from the Great Heights and Barely Controlled Chaos, and today we're going to talk about our rabbits. It's kind of a rainy day here, not a very pretty day at all. You can see, you probably can't see the rain, but it is raining out here. So I had planned to go out in the woods and get some, knock down a couple of trees that I've been working on, but because of the rain, we're gonna go inside. So we have this, one of the features that was on this property when we got here was this chicken. It really looks like a chicken coop. It's about, well, no. Including the fenced-in sections, it's probably about 50 feet long. But it's divided up into 3 different rooms. This first room right here, you can kind of see where the first set of boards ends. The second set of boards right here, this is kind of rotted out. We're going to have to replace that eventually. And then the third section down here. And this is where our chickens live currently. And then it comes down into this section that's open. Again, right now we've got chickens in here, but we're going to talk about the rabbits. So as we come in here, as I said, this has got 3 different rooms. This is the first room. This is where we keep most of our feed. If we need to move one of our rabbits out for some reason, we have a setup right here for them. It needs a top, but if we need that, we've got that. And then this, so we come through this door, is our main rabbit colony area. Now, we only have 3 rabbits at the moment. These are our original 3. But I'm going to sit down in here and talk about what we're doing here. So, what are we doing here? Obviously, these are meat rabbits. That's our 3rd one over there, by the way. We bought 2 does and 1 buck originally, and the idea is obviously we're going to start breeding. We've never done rabbit before. This is brand new to us, and I wanted to avoid the cages. Not that cages are bad, but cages require a lot more work. And so what I did a lot of reading and watched a bunch of different videos and decided I wanted to try to do a rabbit colony. Now, the rabbit colony means that they're just kind of more in a natural kind of environment. Obviously, they're inside instead of outside, but they're still kind of in more of a natural environment. They're allowed to move around. They can do whatever they need to do. But we've got some stuff in here to try to help them be more natural. So we've got the bucket over there that's kind of, it's filled with bedding so that they can go in there and hide. We got a big stack of bedding back over in the corner. I'm going to try to I need to get some more in here, but we've got some over there. I put a bunch of, we have tons of cedar on our property, so I put a bunch of cedar branches down here. They don't really like the leaves off the cedar, but they certainly like the bark. So as we cut down some of the cedar trees, we always bring some of the branches in here for them. Now what we'll do here is these are our primary breeders. We've got these 2 females over here and our male over here. He's hiding over here by the water tank. And they will pretty much stay in here. As the kits are born, or the kittens are born, they will stay in here until the next batch of kits, whatever, baby bunnies come along. And then at that point, we will move the older set out into rabbit tractors out in our pasture out there. And kind of, they'll move just like the chicken tractor that we were doing last year, with the exception that it has a bottom so that they can't burrow out. And then they'll grow out until they're old enough to harvest, and then we'll harvest them. Obviously, then the next set will come along, and the next set will come along. But right now, we are just getting started. But that is our plan. Our plan is to let these guys breed as naturally as possible, and then pull their babies out. Not they won't be babies anymore, but pull their young ones out and harvest them. Obviously, we're probably going to have to get some more does, but we wanted to get started with just 3 of them. You need about 10 square feet of space per adult rabbit. Right in here we have enough for 4 or 5. If we needed to go up, or if we needed more space, if we decided that at some point we want to put more breeders in here, we could actually build kind of like loft beds or loft areas for them. It still keeps them in a colony type situation, but gives them more floor space. And so that's something we're thinking about. But right now, this gives us enough room on the ground for, as I said, 4 to 5 adult rabbits. We just have 3 right now, and we'll see how that goes. So as I said, this is an experiment. I know that you can control the breeding process and everything a lot more if you have cages. But as I said, cages are more work. You've got to keep an eye on them. You've got to go in there and change the litter every few days. And it's just, there's a lot more infrastructure that's required. This, because we had the building in place already, and all it takes is either hay or bedding, as we're using in this case, and whatever forage we can give them. It doesn't require a lot of infrastructure. It doesn't require a lot of work. So we wanted to try this first. How well it's going to work, I don't know, but we're going to give it a try. Obviously, we've built chicken tractors before, and we feel that we can do that again, and we'll do that again with the rabbits. I'm trying to get a picture of them. I'm trying to get them in the view, in the thing. So that's where we're going with this. I like the idea of trying to do rabbits. They are very sustainable. We have the right amount of pasture land for them once we start putting them in tractors. We have the right amount of space here, and if it holds true, breeding like a rabbit, we'll end up with quite a bit of meat from them. And so that was where our plan was going. Because, as I've said before, our goal is to try to be as self-sustaining as possible. If we can get animals like rabbits that breed quickly and produce a decent amount of meat, then we can get ourselves one step closer to that goal. We're going to see how these rabbits work out. We may have to change breeds. We may change our methods. We may end up having to go to cage instead of colony. But I think this is going to work for us. We're going to give it a try at least. Well, I was talking about the rabbits as I was showing you the rabbit. This is the structure from the other side, by the way. That little opening right there shows us right into the chickens. But you can probably hear it. I got a problem with the electric fence that I got to go check out.
That doesn't sound good.
No, it doesn't sound good at all. So, well, we are talking about rabbits today. We're still going to have to go look at the pigs. See if we can figure out where. Oh, there! I see it right there.
What?
This piece of fencing has got pushed up against it. Don't touch that fencing; you will get zapped. You can see right there. It's jumping. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, I can see it.
Spark with so that's obviously bad. So we got to go fix that.
Turn it off.
But that's our, slight little adventure for this afternoon. One really important note. Well, I said I would talk about what we're doing and what we're planning. I don't actually know anything. I'm learning as I go along. I didn't know what I was doing when we started the rabbits. I mean, I'd done some reading, and I've watched a bunch of different videos from different people who do different things. Homesteady and Living Traditions Homestead have been great resources for information about rabbits, and that's kind of where I started. And then I did a bunch of reading on top of that to try to figure out how quickly they'll breed and how long it'll take. and so forth and so on. But I really don't know anything. I am just getting started on all of this stuff myself. So I don't want you to mistake the fact that I've got a video about what we're doing as any kind of a tutorial. Going back out now to go check on that electric fence, see if I fix the problem. I moved a piece of pig paneling that we'd had in there that had been using when we moved the big pigs out of there, and I just hadn't put it back. I don't hear it snapping, so I'm thinking it's actually working now.